kind of person would leave such a mess behind then go off and do their own thing? Kiang's always been like this, childish and messy. Careless, but sweet. She is my age, Kiri. She should know better. Nothing wrong with being different. She's like this because you coddle her too much. Not too much. Just enough. Dirung succumbs to a total defeat. She puts up her hands before dragging her feet to the top bed. Childish, messy, careless, sweet. I wouldn't be able to judge Kiang's personality for myself until I met her. To be honest, childish and sweet are both definitely not, well, I feel like, no, I don't think she's careless, really. But Rue definitely, I think, has some childishness and some sweetness in her. I think, really, sweetness and flirtiness are the main things in her whole repertoire. Anywho, but yeah, I really love Rue and her personality. One thing I already knew, she is loved. Perhaps someday I could say the same thing about myself. Rue hug. At first there were lights that intensified after every blink, and then shadows hovering over me. The shadows whisper the words of comfort. They block off the blinding lights that leave after images on my vision. Pain continues to tear holes in my chest as the shadows pick up my broken shards and methodically put them back together. Words are anchored at the back of my throat. Strength has long left my limbs while invisible chains tie down my whole body. Shadows are speaking to me in a conversation I am not part of. I close my eyes and wish for my sleep. Back to the other life. Okay, it's interesting. These dreams. There's some really interesting little things in here. The dreams, like, there was the fleeting conversation earlier about, like, the dreams being human on Earth, basically. Being in a world where only humans are, or something like that. And first thing I thought was Earth. And now all those words make sense, those dreams make sense, because Rue, I don't think she's ever mentioned anyone like that. Any of the people that were in these dreams, unless I may be wrong, like in actual, like, text and stuff. So, I don't know, it's interesting. Not text, but in actual, like, waking hours. Sorry, I'm not mad at you, Koa. Well, we'll see what happens. Wait, what? Koa was right. I have been raising my voice. Who's Koa? Well, I guess we'll find out. It could be the poor signal or my phone acting up, but my voice has been echoing on every call. Something about hearing my own voice makes me irritated. Meanwhile, poor Koa has been on receiving end of my annoyance. Still only helping out with the produce. Yeah. You know me, prep work doesn't excite me as much as the actual cooking. Sometimes I wonder if it was the right choice to leave the service. Koa and I started our military training at the same time. Funny enough, she wasn't half as enthusiastic as I was. Have I told you about yesterday when I fell asleep on Dirung's shoulder? She was so cute. Cute! I take a big gulp of air. Dating? It's just sex, Koa. There's an underlying difference between nymphs and other races. While we have more sexual freedom, the others, especially Oregons, prefer to stay in sexual monogamy. I am not stringing her along. Yes, I remember her. This is nothing like that, Koa. Oh boy. Let's drop it, okay? Oh boy. It gets difficult to bite down a tinge of bitterness in my tone when Koa brings back the memories of my disastrous relationship. I take a deep breath, trying to find something else to focus my attention on. Ring. The bad news is that by some miracle, Dirung's alarm survived the fall. After days of enduring it, I wish I could say its deafening ringing has gotten less annoying. The good news is I have an excuse to avoid the uncomfortable direction this conversation is heading towards. I have to go now. You keep me updated too. I tug myself deeper into the corner of the windy balcony, while my free hand gathers the warmth from my neck. Talk to you later, Ko. Thanks again for the job. Kitty! Spirit meows at me again. He doesn't know how to give up. Wait, Ko was her contact, right? Unless... I don't know. He doesn't know how to give up. I grab him when he saunters outside. When I'm fully in the room with the cat in one arm, I shut the balcony door behind me. It couldn't have been a moment sooner. My throat had run dry from the cold, leaving an irritating scratchiness behind. You can use the phone inside, you know. We don't mind. Dirung frowns, but there is no malice behind her voice. Mary shakes her head at me and moves to pick her outfit for the day. Being taken care of is kind of nice. I didn't want to disturb your sleep. If it gets too cold, stay inside next time, okay? Got it. Ah, cute. Darren was cute and easy to like, but do I like her? It's your friend again, She was the one who introduced me to this job. Did you know she works in the city? For the military. I leave that piece of information out. That's where she saw the ads, Yep. I thought the boss recruited you specifically. I wish. Luck is all I got, love. When to think about it, there is nothing remarkable about me. I don't even have a college degree under my belt despite having started two. God, that's also relatable for me. Though it was just one, but yeah, college was too difficult for me, in general. Them gone implied they selected me because of my service in the military. Having an ex-militant in this camp would make good PR for both sides. It could have picked literally anyone else who fits that description. Living here has been an interesting experience, though. I would not trade it for anything else. I turn to Kiri when she pats me on my shoulder. The woman is still unable to meet my eyes for more than a few seconds. Her gaze remains attached to the space beside me. You and Dirong, this morning. We were only sleeping. We didn't do it with you in the room. It's true. We stole kisses. We cuddled. In our desperation, we would grab a quick tumble when Kiri went to her therapy session. But never with Kiri in the same room. Oh, that was oversharing. Sorry. I meant your contract. To have her starting the conversation is monumental. As Kiri finally warmed up to me, usually I would be the one who approached her first, and eases both of us knew a casual banter by the time we reached the back door. What about our conversation? Rue sounded upset. Rue? I'm pretty sure she meant someone else. But out of everyone, they wanted you. Is she trying to make me feel better? Thanks, Kiri. If Kiri didn't dislike my touch, I would have pulled her into a hug. I hope we will reach that stage eventually. Hey, just between us, what do you think about Dira and me? Do you think it will work? I don't want her hurt, Rue. What? I would never... Why do people insinuate that I would be a bad fit for Dirong? Her therapist said Dirong has attachment issues. It took a lot to work out, but still, I would never have guessed. Dirong always speaks earnestly, and she carries herself with an infectious air of confidence. Reassure her. Be patient, too. Okay. Perhaps I will try being more proactive. She likes you, Kiri grins. It is obvious Dirong likes me. She's open and honest, and so gorgeous and so special. Cute. But what does she like about me and my pretty face? One more thing. I'm thinking about what you said for a while ago regarding your disdain for the Baggerong government. Our ideology is not the same with yours? With usurpers? I meant the Sentinels? The Sentinels has yet to roll easily off my tongue. You both wish to rescind the Empire, right? You've worked together for years, too. That's why you joined them? The corners of Kiri's lips are pulled back into a sad smile. Yes. Is that so wrong? Government and the Sentinels are not similar. But you share the same goals, don't you? We used to. Rue's a good girl, but you don't... Oh, that's right! I think she keeps, just talking to her with saying her name instead of saying you are. Interesting. Anyway, but you don't understand. I understand enough. After a few campaigns, they've allowed citizens to elect representative members for their cities. Even foreign Sentinels can join the military now. They also lowered income tax for everyone recently, didn't they? Doesn't that prove they're listening? Going to extra link to patch up problems, seeking approval from everyone. That's not enough, Rue. Is wanting to be like so bad? No. But sometimes, you have to do the right things even if some dislike you for it. Sometimes you need a firm conviction. An anchor that is easily swayed is worthless. Kira's remarks at the end leave me bubbling up inside. It is unclear if we are still on the subject of government because it is dug in deep. Yeah, I think she was taking a little bit of a shot at you as well, but a good type of shot, I'd say. Residents trickle in the shower as we reach the door. Instead of staying and dawdling aimlessly in my drowning thoughts while waiting for Kiri to finish her bath, I change into my usual outfit and head for the elevator. The elevator dings open to an empty car. No one uses it this early in the morning. Someone has lit up the mess hall. To the other end of the corridor is the reception area where Hazari works. She is an informative and helpful woman, even if she can be hard to get along with. My ears would pick up the sound of muffled chatter in that direction. One voice belongs to Hizari. The other voice is mellow and clear, yet coaxing and suffocating. I would recognize Ida's voice anywhere. Does Ida need something from Hizari? I don't think I have seen them interacting. Two figures are standing close in front of the desk, coated by sunlight. Sure, I will be there. Visit me first, okay? I have a few hours to spare. Hizari leans back against her desk and pushes up her breast while her nails dig into Ida's. Oh, okay, so they're a thing. All right then, I can get with that. Ida's arm. Ida lets her. Hizari, Ida? Oh boy, you interrupted things. You are enough of a thirsty grill to understand exactly what was happening there, and that like privacy is required, my friend. But hey. Hizari snaps right towards the intruder, me. She gives me a wide smile and then withdraws her hand back to her side. You're obviously busy. I will see you both later. Huh. I feel like some of the word omissions, like, you know, you both, like both instead of you both in that sentence, I feel like that's to emulate sort of an orcish kind of like more stunted way of speech, though I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Remember, my door is always open for you. I'll see you at the meeting. Ida gives me a small nod when she moves past me. Sorry for intruding. I didn't know you were dating? Zari laughs as if I said something funny while wearing a clown costume. As if Ida would be interested in anyone romantically. What do you mean? She is a loveless woman, that one. If there's one thing she is devoted to, it would be this community. Leaders like that are very admirable, don't you think? It's a pity because she's a looker. I don't mind another dip of that, ledge girl. Oh, jeez. Now they just call her ledge girl. Poor Rue. Another dip? Were Ida and Hizari a thing? More importantly, I mean, I'm guessing they were, if that's what she meant, and they were just flirting, like, really hardcore. You keep calling me ledge girl. It's not fair. I only broke one ledge. I hope so. There's already enough work for us. That was actually a little funny. It always struck me odd for Hizari to be in her position as the head of the security department. On one hand, her bubbly nature makes sense for her to be greeting visitors at the reception desk. On the other hand, her physique is nowhere as impressive as the other Oregon women in the building to justify a role in security. While I understand being the boss means you don't have to do the grunt work, this is a camp for armed mercenaries. That's a good point. Even stranger, she doesn't have the unique body tattoo other Oregons have. In its place are scar tissues. Take a picture, it would last longer. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to stare. While I want to learn more, it seems to be a sensitive subject. Perhaps Diron could give me some insights. I was actually here for one more thing. Are there any hotspots in this area? My voice keeps echoing, and it is quite grating. You know how it is to hear your own voice? You came to the right person, Ledgero. Fine, so scary. I will drop it. Hizari is like water filling to the brim. A single bump puts me on edge, worrying that something incriminating might spill out of her. Yeah, it's interesting. Hotspots, right? It's easier for me to show you on the security cameras. Cameras? Yeah, it's my job, you know. I even know about your little diversion the other day. Did Hizari inform Ningon of my diversion? Anyway, I'm guessing what they mean is doing it with Diron. I'm guessing. Come to the booth. We only have a bit of time before Mika shows up and destroys my morning. You know what I've noticed? I really love these VNs that tend to have kind of a sexy edge to them, because, and especially this world, it kind of goes out of its way to be very sex positive, the way things are presented. Anyway. Behind the counter are multiple monitors showing footage from security cameras, constantly switching between different views, including a few underwater. I guess it would be bad if the merfolks nested in close proximity to the communal house, or perhaps they are keeping their eyes on Nimgon's merfolk. It turned out none of the hotspots would give me the privacy I require. Still, I hang out with Hizari for a while before going to work.